Kadyra. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Spanish Conmigo. Estar in Medellin, as you guys know, because hopefully you've seen a few videos by now. But I want us to have a heart-to-heart, okay? Because not just about Spanish, about our relationship.
Yeah.
Let's peel the veil, you know, behind the Spanish and different techniques of practicing Spanish in other countries. Bump that. Let's just talk about our relationship. So how you doing?
I'm great, so actually even better today because I finally met you, you know, and even for you and as for me, it is like a goal. Firstly, it is like a goal to see that we're real, you know? We can hug, we can take photos together. We've been even recording videos. Yeah, we have been recording videos through cameras and stuff. And we have created our friendship, our relationship based on the camera. You have seen me crying. I have seen you crying.
Today.
Yeah. You have seen me angry, you have seen me stressed, you know?
Oh,
and
the same.
Yeah. Basically, you have been mentoring me during these 2 years that we have together. And you know, for me, even though if it was just for 12 hours, it was a goal. You know?
And he has made me more irrelevant. Sometimes just let it go. You know, I got that from him because, you know, I take so much responsibility and you beat yourself up. You beat yourself up in the language. You should be farther along, especially you watch other YouTubers. And it's like, you know, everybody has a Spanish school.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
And also part of that, being here in Medellin, it has something else. I don't know if you remember in November when I happened for a bad situation in my life and this girl was mentoring me, you know? I remember that she told me, I just want you to do 3 things: eat, work, and sleep. I remember that every day it was like, what did you do today? And it was, I ate, I slept, and I worked. And when I told her I want to move from this city, what I was in, she told me go. And it's supposed that you should have paid me at that moment like 1 week later. And that night, it was on Tuesday, I won't forget in my life, it was on Tuesday, Tuesdays, it was on Tuesday 16th November.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, it was 11 p.m. here in Colombia that we were working. And I was talking to her and I said, I wanna quit this city, I wanna move into another city. And she just told me like, well, yes, why, and stuff. And she told me, yes, give me your information for Western Union. I remember that we used to use Western Union. And I just gave her the information because the payment should be for next week. And you just told me, there is the money for you to move. And that day in the morning, I just got a ticket and I rented the room where I live, you know, thanks because of her, you know?
And you see how fast he made that decision, and it made me say, why am I postponing certain things, right? You know, why sometimes tomorrow never comes. That's just why I'm here. I didn't postpone it. I was like, I'm in a pandemic, I'm trying to pay for this bus, I'm living for other things, and I was like, but I want to see you. I wanted to see this guy, and I said, bump it. I'm buying a ticket. He was surprised. I was trying to come for 3 days.
Yeah.
I could not get any flights, you know, because they were all booked. I'm like, everybody's trying to go to Colombia at the same time. So I just told him I bought it. And he was like, in the middle of the class.
In the middle of the class.
We're in class.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bump it. I'm going to just look.
And actually, you didn't take care of the date. You know?
I booked it. I actually didn't even notice the date. Then I realized, I guess I'm coming for 1 day.
yeah. We knew that was on weekend, but she thought that was on Friday and it was on Saturday. And I said, oh my God, but I already got it. And being honest, that from the first time that we worked together for the company, I remember that we talked about a situation with one friend of you, and I was laughing a lot. And I remember that I told the people who I lived with, I told them I finished a class with a girl that actually the first time that I see her, and I knew about a problem that she is facing, you know, and I didn't even care. I said, I don't even care, you know? And you were talking about the situation, and when we finished, it was like, I didn't even care what she was talking about. And because it was like that, it was just one student more.
And like, you don't know what you don't know, right?
Exactly.
And like today, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to rent a movie, right? And usually you rent a movie. But I'm renting a movie that's out of another country, right? And I'm sitting here in Colombia. The movie is going to be shown in the Philippines, right? It's from the Philippines. And all my credit cards, my life is in the United States. So here I'm trying to make an international purchase, and I'm not, and it was insane. And this was and the reason I got upset is because I've been doing this over and over again. And usually I just keep it to myself. If I had told him anything about this, he would have solved this last week for me, right? Before I even came here, he would have settled it. And I did, because I'm not used to, I have to take care of it myself.
Yeah.
Even though I have a boyfriend, usually we're so self-reliant, you'd be like, I just got to figure this thing out. And I was so upset earlier.
Yeah.
I had to stop filming. I was a wreck, right? And so I told him, and he solved it. And even now, we're talking about time zones. Can you imagine we're in Medellin trying to figure out Filipino time zone, and we're in my time zone that's going to happen in the future in the United States, New York Central Standard Time. So I won't miss this viewing.
And we were actually arguing.
Yeah. So, right.
Arguing.
He thinks Saturday morning for this date, and I think it's gonna be Friday morning for the Philippines. But either way, I'm gonna start Friday. I cannot miss this thing again.
Yeah.
Either way, at least I got the right time zone. Cause twice I missed the time zone. Cause first I thought it was midnight New York Eastern Standard Time for the first viewing. They said, all right, let me help you again. Then I said, okay. And then it's midnight or whatever, wrong day, because they're a day ahead of us, and I'm thinking, because now you have to think in time zones, you have to think in literally zones, they are the date, because you're thinking, okay, my time zone, the date, it was a mess. And I was like, I'm going to cry again. That's how I felt. And he was like, had nothing to do with Spanish. It was just our relationship.
Yeah.
And he's like, girl, you were so upset. Here, let me pull you over the crossing line. You don't see it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, okay? Because, that kind of stuff.
And it's from her and from me, because that last week I was checking notebook. And I don't know if you remember one of our mentors, a mentor from my situation, and you asked me to write.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me to write to call my cold,
Oh.
And I still have that, and I almost cried, because I saw it.
I'm trying to remember, I don't know what he's talking about. Sometimes stuff happens between us, and now we got years of experience with each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes, basically, something might be more important to me than to him. Like today, he was just like, we're talking about time zone and dates, because they're not just time zones. And here,
Yeah, we have lived many things through the cameras,
Yes.
Many things. The political situation in the United States, we were talking a lot about that. It was something that hit you a lot,
Yeah, because January 6th. And I talked about it. the same week it happened with Jose. So here I am explaining what happened to January 6th and my feelings about it, and I'm still upset about it because the denial, you know.
You know what happened.
You know what happened.
Yeah, and actually we made a video.
And we made a video.
One of our first videos.
And the conversations, I call it conversations with Jose, because I'm like, we gotta talk about this. And maybe we're not the only one talking about this. And shoot, you know, I'm doing YouTube because I love YouTube. You know, there's no money in YouTube for me at the moment, so it's my love. You know,
it's something that we enjoy too. You know, it's like we both love cameras, okay, and we both are funny. We also have many things in common. We share the same thoughts most of the times. And when she decided to create a channel and told me if I wanted to participate, I said, of course. And she's actually pushing me to create my channel that I don't feel that prepared, you know? It's like, to make it for me, it's like, no, this is more than just being with her. It's like, I'm a guest. And that's right for me so far.
And guys, I say all the time I'm an emotional student. And which means, as I told you before, like when I'm fragile, I have to be honest that I'm fragile, that I'm affected by something, which means that, you know, I can't sit and do typical grammar, let's just sit here and conjugate, you know, all the verbs, you know, starting with T or whatever, you know, tlata, you know, and continue.
And even in those cases when you are hit by something, I have tried in order to, let's say, to continue teaching, you know, maybe that is something that I got the habit. Tell me that in Spanish, and it's as she said, she's so emotional. She cannot even think hello, you know? It's like I need to say this, and those are part of our biggest moments, you know, when we, I don't know how to say that in English, when we take off or take out everything that we have here.
Unload.
We unload. Yeah.
And you know, and he's willing to allow me to load on him, and he unloads on me. And he's like, I was just planning on talking about Sarah, and I'm like, all this stuff happened, right?
Yeah.
And you know George Floyd.
Oh no, the situation with George Floyd.
We talked about that.
We talked about it too.
And of course we talked about other intimate things that's going on in our life. But that's why I was like, you know what? He changes. That's why you see us talking about a different type of drilling, like speaking drills, conversational drills, drills about translating. You see, you're making me translate all the cotton picking time because I'm not in an emotional state to sit there and talk about past participles. But if we're speaking, you might say, you know, that was a past participle.
Yeah.
Like, I see though. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you have something in particular that we are still working on. That is that, guys, this girl knows all the Spanish conjugations.
No.
You just have to give her an example, and she conjugates all the verbs. You know, it's like in any tense, I just say haría. Conjugate that verb. I just say haría, harías, haría, haríamos, harían. You already do it. You know, this girl already knows all of the Spanish conjugations. But we are working on using them pragmatically speaking. And that's why sometimes we practice with translation. Even though we are not translators, because she's a Spanish speaker and I'm an English speaker. And we are not translators. We are just trying to, let's say, identify the pragmatical way of the sentences. That is what is most difficult for you in this case. Because I always tell her, and she knows, I know what she knows.
Because I taught you.
Because I taught you. those kind of little things, even when you don't know that we're talking about heart to heart, our relationship. Those kind of little things are the things that were fooling and fooling and fooling. We don't say fooling, we say when we put it, and we feeling. We have like a bottle. We started a bottle with anything, and those kind of little things are the ones that created this, you know. And imagine my mom. I took more with this girl than with my mom. My mom could get jealous. And now that she's here with me, my mom is like, I'm so glad that you are with her. And my mom is in another country. So those kind of things, you know, I take even more the way that we create it, the way that even though when I do it wrong, I'm honest with her. Even though I know that I was wrong, I know that she's the one who is gonna tell me exactly what to do. Even though with family situation, remember the situation with my cousin that I told you? I wanted to do something, I told her firstly, sweetie, you know that happened this and this and this and this, and she thought, okay, let's do it like this, like this, like this, like this, and I know why. I mean, I don't know. I know that she knows, you know? It's just, that's it so. If she tells me to do this, I'll say, okay, Sita, we'll do it.
We trust each other.
We trust each other.
We really, truly trust each other.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a tourist today. And I didn't do a tourist thing.
Not at all.
At all. I was, you know, that's why it was family and friends.
Yeah, completely.
And I think those friends, they're like, oh no, we're friends. No, I'm not just a friend of Jose, I'm your friend.
Yeah.
I am your friend.
Yeah, and imagine that when she met my friends, because she went to my house and stuff, we were there, and I remember that I told her, this is the house that you pay, sweetie. This is also your house. And
it's so crazy.
all the people there was like, you know, she's here, you know, it's like, his friend is here, he's a student, and even he's a student, it was like, it's just Kadyra. It's just Kadyra. Kadyra is here, and you had to see how people came into my house.
We gotta show the picture of the group.
Yeah.
Hopefully right here will be the group.
And they were coming one by one. I told them, remember that we both tasted to meet each other. And I told them, you can come, but there are no hugs, there are no kisses.
Right, because of COVID.
Because of the COVID, unfortunately, we have to take care of each other, you know?
Yeah.
And just...
Because we're both negative.
Yeah.
I've had the vaccination. I tested twice the week before. 2 times before I did.
During the week.
During the week before I did the
yeah.
flight. And even with his friends, we had a conversation about race. You know, exercise. We had a conversation about the United States. We talked shoes. We just had a conversation, you know. So it's the best way to travel. It's just the best way. It's the best way to travel.
And this is one of my best weekends ever, you know. really, when and you maybe saw in the previous videos or in our live and whatever, when I saw her at the airport, I didn't, and I say it again, I didn't have any expression, you know. It was not like, Kadyra is me. No, it was just like this, you saw in the previous videos, and I didn't know what to say, you know. And when he hugged each other for the first time, we were jumping, we were yelling, we were saying, finally, we are real, you know, we are almost the same size.
Yeah,
height, that's right, the same height. And the first it was like, oh my God, it's you! And that it is what it is, and we already know that this is the first of many meetings, because we already did it.
Yeah, I know I'll be back. I plan to be back in 22. Hopefully not 23. Because hopefully in 23, I will be able, when I come back, we'll be able to, long-term plans, we shut this thing down. But like, I am making plans, and it freaked him out, because I don't think in months, I think in years.
Yeah.
And
that's what I like, you know?
And he was like, I'm not even thinking about the next week.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
So,
And you know what I always say when people ask me why I'm in Medellin and if I wanted to move, my answer is the answer who this girl gave me when I decided to move. Because you don't imagine how many times I have moved. And she told me, I don't want you to move in 1 year. And when people ask me why am I here, I say, because I need to establish my life. And I cannot move from this city, at least in 1 year. And I don't know if you remember 1 month ago when I told you that I was thinking about changing my house. And she said, why? Stay there. And now I'm in the same house, I'm in the same city, because I trust her, and you do not know how the way that she thinks that is in that aspect completely different. I mean, I can think that I want things in the future, but not in 2023 I'm going to do this. No, I don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Yeah, I forced him.
Yeah. She tells me to that. She's forced me to. She pushes me to do it.
Because I tell them, right? Because I make plans and they're like, okay, this is what we're doing, and this is what I need from you.
Yeah.
And and like I already told them what we're doing in year 23.
Even though you see each other as a student and tutor, our relationship goes deeper.
He said to me earlier in the year, he really wants me to start being fluent in Spanish in August. And it's still affecting me. He only said, I think he only said it once, but it became a deadline for me. It became something of a goal for me. It became of a marker of how fluent will I be in August.
But I also told you, like 2 or 3 months ago, that if I let you in a place with non-English speakers, you will survive and you will have the situations that you will catch it, you know? And when we go to the restaurants, this girl is the one who asks for food. This girl is the one who asks for the price. We went to, you maybe saw the other videos and you see what she did, you know? And truly, I just shut up, you know? I am in silent just in case I say something, but she is the one. And today, in my house, I just go out of the room and let her with the other Spanish speakers in order not to help her. And let me tell you, and I told her, you did it. There are just, of course, things that happens.
Yeah.
Normally. And as I always say to guys, to learn English is easier than learning Spanish. Completely. Because we don't change. I mean, I'm a Latin boy speaking English, you know? I mean, it's understandable. But when you have to change the way that you pronounce, as it is from English to Spanish, is when it is harder. And we were talking earlier that she was saying people doesn't correct me. And I said, yes, because people understand that it's hard for you. And as I said, that's my job to tell you no.
So anyway, this is like a little bit about our life,
Yeah.
a little bit behind the veil of Spanish. You know, I really want to show you our relationship.
Yeah, and I want this to be recorded here. And there are many things that we are faithful in life. I'm faithful because I met this girl.
Me too. But I trust him so much. I feel like I'm really going to be fluent just because of this hombre here, this guy here. So anyway, I love you guys.
I love you guys.
I'm getting so tired because I now I have to deal with flights.
Yeah.
Flying out tomorrow. Listen, let me tell you, I did not take 1 day off. So
No.
that means I not only have to fly back tomorrow, I have to go home, get my car, and drive to work. I won't have a minute to even decompress from the airport.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, I accept that. That is what it is. So anyway, I love you guys.
Besos y abrazos.
Besos y abrazos.